Okay, there we go. All right, so this session is being recorded. So this training is for new representatives, mainly those who are in their 0, have not quite placed their first order yet, or through 10 campaigns. But of course, anybody is welcome to join. And I just wanted to go over the Kickstart. So this is for new representatives in your first 7 campaigns. And this is how you earn on your sales. So in your first campaign, no matter what your order size is, you're guaranteed a 40% earnings on all products. And then in your second through your 7th campaign, as long as you hit each sales goal in the column, you are going to continue earning 40%. If by chance you miss one of the sales goals, that's okay. You can make it up in the next campaign and continue to get the 40%. Also involved in the Kickstart is a recruiting bonus, so you can earn $50 per person who joins your team in the first 7 campaigns, as long as they're a qualified new recruit. And if you reach all of your sales goals and your recruiting goals, you can achieve a bonus of $200, allowing you to earn over $1,000 in your first 7 campaigns. So in a nutshell, that is the Kickstart. So everybody should, we should have gone over that when you first began with Avon, but I just wanted to review that. So take advantage, if you are still in your first 7 campaigns, of your 40% earnings. Make sure you're keeping track of your sales and don't leave any money on the table. All right, so after, I also wanted to remind you of the Daily Care Collection. You can sell this in your first 7 campaigns as well. So all 7 products for just $19.99. And if you're reaching your sales goals in your campaigns, you will earn $8 per bundle that you sell. So representatives, after their first 7 campaigns, cannot order this product, this bundle anymore. So sell it to your customers now. Give them a sense of urgency. And you can also, if you desire, purchase some bundles for yourself to use or to sell. You can sell the products individually. You can sell them as a bundle. You could use them as demos, samples, however you want to do that. Okay, so first 7 campaigns only. All right, so starting with your 8th campaign, you will begin to earn based on this earnings chart. At the representative level, when your order size in a campaign is between 0 and $149.99, you're going to earn 20% of your sales on beauty and jewelry and fashion and home. If your order size is $150 to $299.99, you will earn 30%. Fashion and home, you will always earn 20% after your first 7 campaigns. Those would be things like clothing, kitchen products, decor, things like that. If your order size is $300 to $499.99, you will earn 35%. Whoops. 20% on fashion and home. And if your order size is $500 in a campaign, you will continue to earn the 40% that you earned during your Kickstart. On fashion and home, though, you will earn 20%. Now, you can combine your online sales and personal sales that you collect from customers through brochures to fall into whatever percentage range that you land in for that campaign. So make sure you're checking your Avon.com in the web office to see if you have any online sales so that you can see what percentage that you're going to fall into to help predict that. Okay. Once you achieve our President's Recognition Program levels, you, at President's Club level, which President's Club earns has sold $10,000 or more between campaign 1 and campaign 26, you will always achieve or earn 40% earnings. So when you achieve President's Club, if your order size is 0 to $924.99, you're going to get a guaranteed 40% earnings. If your order size is $925 to $1574.99, you're going to get 45% earnings. And if your order size is $15.75 or more, you're going to get 50% earnings. So President's Club is something that you really want to try to shoot for. Besides the guaranteed 40% earnings, you also get 25% on fashion and home products, and there are many other perks to President's Club. If you go on yourevent.com under rewards and recognition, and we're going to check that out a little bit in a little while here, you can see you can earn points for things that you can turn in for prizes. I, for one, took some of my President's Club points to pay for RepFest this year. In the past, I've also gotten my son a bicycle. I've gotten some kitchen products. Quite a while ago, they used to have savings bonds. I remember I got savings bonds for my niece and nephews when they had graduated from high school, but that's been a while. They don't have savings bonds anymore. But there's all kinds of prizes and things that you can turn your President's Club points in for. You get points for sales increase. You get points for your birthday, Christmas, or holiday. Also on significant anniversaries like 5-year, 10-year, and so on. And so check out under Rewards and Recognition the President's Club, and you'll want to check that out to learn more about President's Club. Okay. Once you reach your 8th campaign, like I said, your percentage of the amount you earn is going to be based on your sales level. Okay, so there are ways that you can maximize your earning with what Avon calls hot points. Sometimes you are at an earnings level where if you sell just a little bit more, that you can significantly increase your earnings. So let's take a look at this chart. Let's say that you had $132 in sales in a campaign from your customers. That would put you at a 20% earnings level. You would earn $26.40, and you would owe Avon $105.60. However, if you were to just add $18 more to your order to get it up to $150, it would then bump you into the 30% earnings level. You would end up earning $45, and you would actually owe Avon less. You would owe them $105. So that is one example that you can see that if you just add a little bit more to your sales, you end up owing Avon less and you can earn more. Another example would be if you had $280, you add $20 more, you jump from a 30% to a 35% earnings level, and you would earn $105 instead of $84. If you're at $465 in sales, you add $35. You could move that up to a $500 sale. You jump from a 35% to 40%, and you'd go from earning $162 to $200. So ways that you could increase your order when you are that close is by maybe sending out a text or a phone call, an email to customers that you know have a brochure that you haven't heard from. Maybe they intended to order but got busy with life and forgot to call you. So just a little bit of follow-up can really make a difference in increasing your earnings, and also it will help you to increase your award sales for making President's Club. because you need $10,000 in sales in your in the year's cycle to achieve President's Club. All right, so if you have any questions on that, you can go ahead and type in the chat box, or you can put it in the group later. So hot points, you want to keep track of that. And I'm going to send out these slides to everybody too, so that you can look them over again later. Okay. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is you've probably heard of our Boss Life program that Avon has going on right now. And in order to increase your sales, to build your customers and so on, they have an outreach part, the O part, where they suggest that you talk to 25 people a week. Talking to 5 people a day, 5 days a week. I'm going to send this out to everybody, and I'd love for you to take a few moments tonight or tomorrow in the near future and send this back to me. Setting some goals. What is your belief about Avon, and what would you like to buy or pay off or save for in the next 30, 60, and 90 days? And then work on your list of who are the 25 people that you can contact this week. Whether you do it by phone, email, text, social media, and so on. So you can really increase your sales and therefore your earnings by reaching out to 25 people a week. And you probably know more people than you think you do. Even if you don't know them by name per se, you know of a nail tech, you know of the teller at the bank, you know of maybe students that you might go to school with, or co-workers, family, friends, family of friends, and so on. And you can also use the memory jogger that we've talked about in the past, and really try to outreach to 25 people a week and watch your earnings soar. Okay, and one other great way to increase your earnings, and this is how I was able to achieve President's Club my very first year with Avon. I actually didn't even begin until campaign 14 of that year, and we are only in campaign 10. So even if you are new, you are ahead of where I was at the time that I began with Avon. And what I did was I held a fundraiser with my church choir. And let's just talk about some of the benefits of participating in an Avon fundraiser. You can increase your earnings immediately. Even just a small group of only 20 participants at selling $15 of product to just 10 customers could give you a $3,000 order, which would entitle you to 50% earnings in that campaign. Because when you register a fundraiser with Avon, you're guaranteed a 50% earnings. You can decide what percentage of the $1,500 will go to the organization. Excuse me. Sorry. And then the rest would be your profit. Typically, when I do a fundraiser with an organization, I like for them to really make some good money so that they will repeat their fundraiser with me. And so I give them 40% and I keep 10%, which helps cover the cost of the flyers that I get for them. And the great thing is you can reach more potential customers, and if you keep good records and keep notes and contact information of all the customers that these other people sold to for you during your fundraising, those can be repeat customers that you will earn completely on in future campaigns. So fundraising is a great way to network with a variety of people that you would not be able to meet any other way. And everyone you contact is a potential customer or a source of referrals or even a prospective recruit. One of my very first team members that I had on my team back about 14 years ago was my top seller in this fundraiser that I did my very first year. She took the books, and at that time we did books. They have flyers that they have now, which makes it a lot more easier. But she took the books and stuff to work, and she got orders for the fundraiser, and then she, when the products came in, she took and delivered, and I had put books in all of the orders with my contact information and stuff on the back. And also, when people turned in their order forms, I made sure that I put all of the customer information into my web office, and I kept in contact with them. So she took these orders to work. They had books, and the people kept writing down new orders for her. And she was a friend of mine. We went to church together, so she would take the orders and she would bring them back to me, and I would keep getting customers. And she was doing this work for me, and I was making all the profit. And I kept saying to her, you know, Cindy, that was her name, Cindy, you really should become a representative because you could be earning. And I don't know, she probably had like $300-400 orders. I'm like, you could be earning 30 to 40% of this, and you might as well be making money. So fundraising is a great way to get new customers and team members. And Cindy is not currently a representative. However, her daughter, who at that time wasn't even a teenager yet, is in her 20s now, is a member of my team, and her sister-in-law is as well. And you probably all know her or have heard of Anna. Anna is one of my leaders, and that was Cindy's sister-in-law. So Cindy's come and gone over the years. I bet you she'll be back again. So also with Avon fundraising, it can really help you to fast track to President's Club. Like I said, because of the earnings from that fundraiser that year, I was able to make President's Club in my very first year with Avon. And at that time, they had an award that they gave out for the best new performer. So the person who achieved President's Club for the very first time and had the highest sales, and I was able to earn that award that year. So fundraising can help boost you into President's Club, where you can get that higher level of sales achievement, help you to earn points for those products that we talked about earlier that you can redeem, and many, many other perks. So if you visit on youravon.com under earnings opportunities and then fundraising, you can see in there's resources, there's the flyers that they're available to sell from, and there's all kinds of flyers from makeup to fragrance to bug guard, Skin So Soft. There's usually some kind of stuffed animal fundraiser. There's also in there letters like that you can use, and presentations you can use, and how to talk to organizations and so on. So make sure you check out the fundraising tab. And if you do have some fundraisers that you want to try to talk to certain organizations or whatever, I would be more than happy with you to go do a presentation, as long as you're in my local area. If you're not in my local area, say within an hour or two, we might be able to work something out. But and I'd love to help you to get a fundraiser going. Okay, so I wanted to, I don't know if I have it pulled up still. Whoops. I was going to log into youravon.com and just show you a couple things. On youravon.com, I got to relog in. It logged me out. There's under the President's Recognition Program, there's a place where there's a PRP tracker. Oh, actually, I think I have it right here. Okay, you can find this on youravon.com, and I'm also going to send it out. But this is a sales level tracking chart that you can use to track your sales towards making President's Club. So you can see here's the different columns. President's Club is $10,000, Honor Society $20,000, and so on. And these are the award sales that you should be averaging each campaign in order to stay on track for President's Club. So we are in campaign, well, we just finished 9, we're in 10. So at this point, in order to track for President's Club, you should be at $3,465. Now, if you're not, that is okay. You still have time to make it up. So what you would do is you would take $10,000 and you're going to subtract, and actually let me just pull up my calculator. So $10,000 is what you need by end of campaign 26. And let's say you've only sold $2,000 so far this year. If you subtract $2,000 from $10,000, that leaves you $8,000 that you need to sell this year. So we have, we're in campaign 10, so 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 17 campaigns left this year. So if you take the $8,000 and you divide it by 17, that'll show you that you need to average about $471 each campaign. On average, by the end of the year to achieve President's Club. Now, keep in mind, there are times when Avon does things where they have double dollars, whether it's on a whole campaign or certain products in a campaign. Also, you'll want to keep in mind when we get to the end of the third quarter and really into the fourth quarter, this is where we do the majority of our sales. Of course, people are buying for Christmas. So, if you are not at 3465, that doesn't mean you're not going to make President's Club this year. You just want to see where you're at and figure out what you need to average for the rest of the year in order to achieve it. And it is achievable. Using that 5x5 system, talking to 5 people a day, 5 days a week, talking to some organizations about getting a fundraiser that could really increase your sales in one campaign. And, you know, this time of year, there's going to be things like garage sales and vendor shows and street fairs and all kinds of things that you can get involved in your community. You could set up a little table, or, you know, a tent if you have a tent. I have an Avon tent if you live in my local area and want to borrow it for an event. You're welcome to. But really think out of the box and think of some ways that you could increase your sales. And as you are moving out of the Kickstart, you'll want to have some ways to continue to earn at the 40% level. All right, so that is all I had for tonight. I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew how you're going to continue to earn even after your Kickstart. Does anybody, I guess Teresa, do you have any questions about anything we've talked about tonight?
Oh, sorry about that. I guess my mic wasn't on. So the fundraising stuff was really helpful. I think it's funny that I was just asking about it earlier, and now I have much more information on it, so it gave me a lot of good ideas.
Great, yeah. Check out the tab. There's all kinds of information in there, and of course, I'll be here to answer any other questions and help you out.
Great, so, thank you.
All right, well, thank you for joining, and have a great evening, guys.